All right, welcome to our weekly stand-up. Today is July 2024. Let's just get started. So Bitlauncher, Gabo, you want to give us an update?
Sure. So this week I can focus on the pre-sale deposits feature. It's almost done. The indexer took a little more than I expected, so I'm still wrapping it up. The deposits are already going through. Chains are configured. All the chains that we're going to support. It's just for data visualization what we're going to display on the website. We need to finish that. I think it's gonna be a couple more hours, and we're gonna be able to test that. I set up new. Now we have a production, a test environment that's gonna work against mainnet, and the development environment that we already have with testnets. So we have a pre-production environment where we can test real assets if we need to. That's pretty much.
Okay, cool. So it's test, pre-prod, and prod now?
Yeah, test
Or
is
dev,
it's
dev, testing, prod. Okay, sounds good. All right, anything else? Bitlauncher, web launch, or the landing page?
some landing page updates and the site that was merged. Yep.
There's a new content coming up this week for the about white paper, and the security is a UI refresher and also a content update on about mostly. So that's going through this week. We had some delays with that, unfortunately. However, we're working on that. There's some new sections which we're testing the UI just to make sure that everything is right. There were some feedbacks, and that should be delivered later today with the new section worked on last week. And I think that's it for Bitlauncher from my side.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, good progress. So let's keep that up. All right, so anything else? I guess Dboard.
Yes, Bitcash, we did a count, and we have since May 1st this year 16 new signups on Bitcash wallet, which is not too much, but there's an activity right there. We have seen that there's much more activity in the Americas continent than the rest of the globe. However, we are receiving invitations, registration requests around the globe. We have some various countries that are really cool to have them, and really great. It's really great to have these 16 signups. I hope that grows over time. But yeah,
That's good. So we have 16. How many out of how many people, if you include those that weren't approved?
the weren't approved. Okay, we have 20 accounts that we have rejected for some reason, but 16. So we were talking about
38.
38.
So it's good to know. We essentially
Yeah.
have 38 signups. Most of them are from the US. So unfortunately, we cannot
Yeah.
accept US investors, but that's okay. So 16 out of 38 we can accept, and we'll just have to grow that and figure out how to get more non-US
Yes.
investors somehow. Yeah, and it's a lot of outreach as well. We got to figure that out on the marketing side. So that sounds good. What else? Anything on
Before I have an update or collaborator that is working on the smart contract fixes an issue before with their machine, which was making him unable to progress. However, he recently worked on the bug fixing and making sure on testing the new updates. So he's on the testing process before sending everything to pre-production. That's happening this week. We're checking the progress within this week. So far, it's progressing well there. The variation for Bitlauncher, the coloring change is in progress as well, and updating little by little the architecture whenever we have time and the app are available. Yes, and besides that, I think I don't have something else. I have chain graph, but it's the same status as before. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Yeah, we have another project we have internally. It's called Masterbots, and we haven't really talked about it a lot, but I think it'd be good to maybe just include that in our progress updates on this call. And we'll probably have a separate call eventually outside independently later. But I am curious, you spoke with the WordWare guys today. Just maybe if you could summarize some of the things.
Yeah, so we have been working with WordWare, a really great tool to make prompts and API prompts. So we dive deep with them, the new features. There's a web scraping prompt generator and a web search as well. Basically, you share the URL that you want to scrap or to search, and that's really great. They have a documentation on Notion, and they're hearing some feedback from founders and developers. So they're updating the documentation based on feedbacks. And there's a new image generation on the WordWare side, which will ease the development of AI image generation. And they're planning to do new native file support. That's really neat. if you want to upload a PDF or something like that, they're trying to make that native file support for RAG and scrapping. So they're working on that, and which is really great because we can use file uploads from masterbots to where so they can do the RAG and scrapping and all that we need inside of those word prompt tools. And it's pretty neat, actually. I'm excited.
That sounds good. So yeah, the main things we were looking for is web search and web scraping. Those are really, really common tools. I'm glad they have that. RAG as well. Any update on what kind of RAG they have or
They didn't specify the details on the rack system. However, I'm curious too about what kind of strategy they're going to use for the rack. It's something that they say there's currently in discussion and in development. They didn't share too much detail about it.
Was that coming in 2 weeks? Just real quick. Was that
They're planning the next 2 weeks. Yes, they're
Okay.
planning to.
Okay, so that's great. So everything seems like we could really leverage their tools so that we don't have to build it ourselves, at least for the first version. And if we need any customization or unique features, we probably do have to build it ourselves or extend on what they offer us. So that's good. It just makes it easy to just rely on them for the basics. All right, cool. So thanks for that update. I'll talk to you a little bit more. I think their budget is now, we should discuss that. What, it's $8.99 a month right now for
Yes,
their plan?
for
And it's
for the
three
plan that
seats?
we're three
Okay.
seats for the plan that we're
Okay.
working on. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, it's worth it. Just let them do a lot of the work so we could focus on the product. That's fine. Okay, cool. I don't think we have anything rest or anything more on the text. Let me go through our Discord list. Okay, so for marketing, yeah, we're a little bit on pause with things, but still in contact with Coinband for KOLs. Probably going to start when we have everything set with our legal, and I'm thinking whether it's maybe August 20th or August 30th as our official launch date. That's when, or maybe 10 days before that, we have to get prepared for the KOLs and things like that. We actually have to do it earlier than that. I think in the next couple of weeks, I'll be reaching out to the KOLs and at least having a handful to start with whenever we start the pre-sale, which is, I'm thinking, August 20th to August 30th. LinkedIn, we were trying to pursue something there, but I want to just cut that out because every time I try to create an account, it gets rejected. So I want to just simplify things here and just not work with LinkedIn for now. We'll still do an email campaign to angel investors. So we have some help there with our kind of Harry and Natani. So they'll do email outreach to a list of angel investors. I had a list I have actually a couple lists, but I'm just using one. They have their own list, so it's probably 1,200 in total that we could reach out to after we get started with a campaign. Ads, CrowdTamer, I have to get them our Facebook business account. I still have not set that up, but I've been a little delayed. So I'll get that out probably today, tomorrow, so they could at least do some tests. Twitter, we're doing at least Harry and Natani's promotions on Bitlauncher, but our quote retweets have been a little bit delayed the end of last week because one of our helpers, there was a typhoon in their region. So unfortunately they had to pause, but I think starting this week, we'll start it back up. I don't think I did an YouTube interview this week, but I'm gonna get back to doing at least once a week for YouTube, but there's been delays there. That's about it for marketing, but I have everything scheduled for our main marketing outreach. So a lot of it is going to just start with the PR, and then we go down the list with KOLs. We'll do the email outreach. We'll have some direct Twitter outreach. We'll do ads. That's what we'll start with. And then as we see how much we're raising with just those efforts, then we have to figure out like what to double down on and how to expand out beyond that. So, but I think it's okay for now. I think we could wrap up. We don't expect to raise everything in just first week or the first couple weeks. So I think it's just once we get the pre-sale official date started, then it's just a matter of just fundraising at that point. All right. Pretty much it. Business and operations. For legal, thanks for providing all the documentation for our entity. We still are waiting for one last recommendation letter. They didn't request it earlier because John Heater, he's got his company that is our fourth partner in the official entity, and they requested a reference letter. Previously, they didn't ask for it, but they asked for it. So we're waiting for that. And that's the final document we need. I think everything else is good. That's why I'm thinking our official launch for the pre-sale will likely be August 20th to August 30th, sometime between there. It's already July 29th, so still coming up pretty soon. But yeah, legals delayed us a little bit. I think that's about it. Any questions on anything? Any requests, any bottlenecks?
Nothing else. I'm just catching up with the in Bitcash Bees community. I'm just answering their requests and just making sure that they're good with the application. And yeah, I just request some things to check out. So we can check
Yeah,
offline.
let's chat on offline about that because we have some loose ends we gotta tighten up there.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I think the main focus is Bitlauncher right now. We'll just
Yeah,
leave it at that.
Yeah, for sure. We can work with one of the moderators, Bitcash moderators, to handle those cases. And yeah, definitely, we can discuss offline.
Sounds good. All right. Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch up next week. And Discord updates Wednesdays and Fridays. So we'll keep it like usual. So thanks a lot. And we'll chat next time. Thanks.
Okay. Take care.